everyone, and welcome back to another making of video. Today we're looking at the Water Malone animation. Before we start, I'm going to answer some of the questions asked in the previous making of video. Can you make a video on how to create animation step by step? I've talked about this before, how I had no one teaching me how to animate. I learned everything by myself, so I don't think I'd be very good at teaching other people. However, there was one day where I was animating this particular animation and I decided to live stream it. And it was a lot of fun. Vox was with me and we were just there, we were laughing our asses off. It was even hard for me to animate, but I am thinking of doing more live stream animations in the future. So if next time I'm live streaming and you guys want to jump in, maybe there I can show you step by step how I do things. Also at the end of the video, I'll leave some highlights from the live stream. Is it hard to do lip sync? Well, for me, it really depends. If the words are pronounced slowly, I can easily do it. When it's someone talking really fast, it gets a bit harder. You really have to use your imagination and try to see how the mouth would be in that particular sentence or word. How do you get any sleep? Scheduling! Schedule your day, what are you gonna do? Because usually when you do that, things often fall into place. And if they don't, just do it the next day. When doing the lip sync, I always have to click on play movie to listen to the audio. How do you do it? Okay, I'm not sure if I got this question right, but if you're asking what I think you're asking, yes, I always have to play the movie to hear the sounds, and only after that I can see what mouth shape I should use. However, if you're having a lot of trouble to play the movie, I usually just press enter, and when you press enter, the movie starts playing. That's how I check it. How long do they take? It takes a long time to do these things. Someone posted a comment saying that maybe I took 5 to 6 hours to do this, and it's more like from 30 to 50 hours for each animation that I take. So yeah, it takes a really long time. Is it hard to manage all those layers? I'm not very organized with my layers. I don't give names to my layers because I don't really care. But I organize them in a way that I can work with. So no, for me it's not hard to manage the layers. Does your computer handle Flash well? I've seen people complaining, saying that Flash crashes a lot, like crashes constantly on them. Honestly, I can't remember the last time Flash crashed on me. It's been working pretty much flawlessly and I have no trouble whatsoever. I'm not sure if it's my computer or it's the fact that I use Flash CS3, but it works amazingly well. Okay, those are all the questions. Now let's go back into the animation. So this is the second Norgis animation that I've made. It is a Liximation, but it's technically a Norgis animation. For this particular animation, I used the same style I used for the previous Liximation, which was the voice modulator animation. The Norgis have the exact same models, they all look the same. I added Tom because Tom was with us that particular day, and Tom is also part of the Norgis crew. And for the Water Malone characters, I just winged it. Malone had a very particular style to him. I mean, he was a freaking watermelon, so I had to do something different. For the characters with Water Malone, like Christopher Walken, I had to do an actual person, but I decided to do it different from the style I was using for us. The main reason was to differentiate the movie, quote unquote, and us talking, like I did with the backgrounds. The backgrounds for the Water Malone movie were very simple, very colorful, and for us, I did that more detailed background on Photoshop. There were some still images like the one you're seeing right now where the character doesn't move, maybe just the lips move. When you see the first time Christopher Walken or Quentin Tarantino, they don't really move, it's just a still image presenting the character. There was also a lot of these laughing parts, because we were just laughing most of the time. So I had to add in those laughing parts over and over again. But to be honest, my favorite part was actually animating the Water Malone scenes. Those are my favorite. Water Malone himself wasn't very hard to do. He was just a circle shape stretched out. The painting in the middle was the more complicated to replicate, so I had to copy and paste his body. The mouth, the glasses, and the hands were the things that I had to redraw over and over again. But the shape of Water Malone and the painting were pretty much a copy-paste of each other. On most cases. Christopher Walken was definitely the most different character that I had to animate. I mean, Quentin Tarantino was different, but it was just a still image. Christopher Walken I had to actually animate. His face was different, his eyes were different, even the hair, everything was different about him. So it was a bit complicated to do. Even though I was trying to find ways to cheat the system, I ended up doing all the animations for Christopher Walken. The shading was pretty much the same. I used a lot of the same skin colors for a lot of characters. It wasn't easy though, because I had to draw a lot of those circles because of the shadow on the hair and on the face. It was slightly complicated, but I really like how it turned out in the end, and I also added those little highlights on the cheeks, like I did in the previous animation. Christopher Walken had eyes with more than one color instead of just being black. He had a suit, not easy to replicate over and over again. His face was different, there was a lot of shadows on his face, so definitely the most complex character in this animation. Okay, backgrounds. So, like I said before, I did very colorful, very simple backgrounds for the movie, quote unquote, and I tried to use as much color as I could, especially for the shadows, trying to use very strong colors for the shadows, and I think it turned out okay. I took a lot of inspiration from Egoraptor's animations, mainly the backgrounds he used in the Mr. Literal animation. If you haven't seen that, go watch it, it's hilarious. And like I said, for the Norges, I did just one background. There was some trial and error here and there, but I ended up just using this one. That way I didn't have to draw a very complex background over and over again. I actually drew two of them, one for us, and then there was one where I was rolling on the floor. And I really like how the backgrounds, all of the backgrounds, turned out in the end. The colors from the characters to the backgrounds felt really natural. I don't know, I was really proud of the job I did with the colors, which is a thing that I usually have a lot of trouble with. Anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something new. If you have any questions, leave in the comment section below of this video, and I'll make sure to answer them in the next making of. And like I promised, here's some highlights. It's a very short highlights video from our almost 2-hour live stream, so enjoy it.
Oh no!
Oh no! I'm alone!
Oh, we're hanging out.
Yeah, I didn't do any announcements. It's just me testing the waters for live streaming.
Testing the waters, Lix? Testing the Water Malone.
Water Malone! I didn't do that on purpose, I swear to God.
Just keep arting, Lix. Keep being an artist. And then it went dead silent.
What? Sorry.
What?
Oh!
Oh.
What?
It's adorable.
What?
It's adorable.
Oh, I thought you said you looked horrible.
It looks horrible, Lix!
No!
Oh man, you're putting him on Quentin Tarantino.
Tarantino deserves it. All the highlights. I would even put some on his hair like this, like, bam, Quentin. Bam. Look at you.
You're making him, like, super shiny.
Super shiny Quentin. My life has been very busy.
Can I just stop you there?
Okay.
When a story starts with my life like that, and then a pause, you know it's gonna be just the best kind of story.
Dude, my life. Listen.
Pause. Listen.
Shh, listen. We can't just play with LixianVG.
Why'd you say that in a British accent?
I don't know.
Anyway, what were you saying?
My life.
Your life.
My life has been quite busy for the past few months.
Why are you saying? It's okay, Lix is British.
I am, mate. Fox is dying. Fox, breathe in deep.
Anyway, your life.
My life
is busy.
I really enjoyed live streaming, and I definitely want to do more. Next time I live stream, I might put up a video on my channel announcing that I will be live streaming. Not really sure, but just keep an eye on Twitter. I usually tweet it out. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next making off video. Take care.
Water Malone. Just imagining scenes from that movie.
Should I go left or right? And she clearly has to go left, and I'm just like, left! And then she just doesn't do anything. She just stands there blinking, and I'm like, fucking go left!